Well, hello again to all the boys and girls out there in YouTube land watching. Georgia Beer Reviews back at you today with another one. What I'm looking at is a beer from Three Floyds. They are out of Munster, Indiana. This is the Warmullet Double IPA. Clocks in at 8.1% alcohol. I've had a few beers from Three Floyds. Never had any of their IPAs. This is courtesy of Michael Kormaroff. So thank you, Michael. I'm pretty excited to try this. Now, this is not the freshest IPA, but it's 8.1% double IPA. It should hold up okay. It was packaged on June 24th, 2024. It's about just over 3 months old at the time of this recording. 3.5 months, I guess. All right. There's really no other information on the label, I don't think. Well, it just says this huge double IPA will make you want to grow a mullet if you don't already have one and go off to war if you're not, or go to war if you're not already. Yeah, there's nothing really about the hops or any other information. I'm assuming this is probably a little bit more of like a West Coast IPA, but I really have no idea. So let's pour it up and try it out. Three Floyds sells some of their beers here in my area, but the only ones I've really been able to find are their barrel-aged stouts and porters, stuff like that. Like I said, I've never had one of their IPAs before. So there's your pour, and it is kind of a hazy copper, brownish copper, almost. Yeah, it's an interesting color. I would say kind of a hazy copper color. Nice one finger kind of cross between a creamy and a frothy head. It smells really good. You definitely get the hops right up front. Some tangerine citrus, maybe even a little bit of grapefruit. There's a little bit of like breadiness to it on the nose, like caramel malt, but on the lighter side. It's pretty much all I'm getting. A very citrus forward IPA with a little bit of that malt shining through on the aroma. None of the 8.1%. I mean, just based off of the aroma, you wouldn't know that this is a double IPA. It smells like a winner, so without further ado, let's get into this brew. Cheers, guys. Citrus right up front. There's a little bit of like a bitterness kind of initially that is coming from the hops, I think, but it's it's not really like a citrus like hop bitterness. It's more of almost like a slight, I don't know if earthy bitterness is the right description. Um, I hate to say medicinal bitterness because that's just bitter to be bitter without any like flavor components with it. There's definitely flavor surrounding the bitterness, but it's hard to pinpoint the actual bitterness. It's not like the citrus is there, a little bit of that grapefruit. I guess it's more of like a resinous type of bitterness. It's not super dank and piney or anything like that, but there is that bitterness. Nice and malty in the middle of the sip. Even like a slight caramel sweet note. And then on the finish, as you swallow it down, you get a little bit more of that bitterness, little of that residual kind of like grapefruit or citrus feel on the finish. It is pretty juicy in that regard. This is a solid double IPA. It's a little bit more West Coast, but it's not a palate wrecker, like piney, resinous, lingering bitterness. But there is a little bit of that resinous quality to it. This is really enjoyable. It's pretty well balanced. A little bit more bitter than I would like, but it's pleasant, and it's a perfect example of kind of like a hazy IPA, because it is hazy, but it's not super juicy like the New England juice bombs. It's kind of like in between a, you know, piney, resinous, traditional West Coast style and the New England style, because you do get some of that juiciness, just not tropical fruit juiciness. It's, like I said, citrus with the juicy notes. It's got nice head retention, good glass lacing. First beer of the night, I promise you. Medium carbonation, medium body, but on the lower end. For an 8.1%, this is pretty easy drinking. So I really enjoy this beer. I definitely think it's excellent for the style. This is not one that I would seek out regularly when we have, like, you know, the New England juice bombs everywhere, and I tend to gravitate towards those over the more traditional IPAs, but this is an excellent example of a more traditional IPA with a little bit of extra, like, orange, tangerine type citrus note, a little bit of that sweet malt in the middle, but a nice balance. I'm going to give this a 93 out of 100. I think it's a pretty solid A. And if I liked the more bitter IPAs, I might give it a 95 or 96, but it's really just not my cup of tea. But that doesn't take away from the fact that it is an excellent beer. So 3 Floyds out of Munster, Indiana, their Warmullet Double IPA. A solid brew. Thanks to Michael Kormaroff for giving me this can. I really appreciate it. So that'll do it for this beer review, folks. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. We'll see you on the next one. Until then, cheers, everybody.